G'day everyone, the votes are in, 240,000 of them no less. Matt Thompson alongside Nat Edwards. We have the results of the AFL.com.au Fan Awards for 2017.
Very exciting. We love the fans here at AFL.com.au. Thanks to all of those people who voted.
All right, now already today we've revealed 5 of the categories, so we'll just recap them for you first up. The best offender in the game, according to you, Alex Rance, with a comfortable 35% of the votes.
Best forward, Josh Kennedy. A little bit of a surprise. He only came second in the Common, but he had 37% of the votes, Maddie.
Danaher second there with 20%. The best midfielder, Dustin Martin. He has been in the news of late, hasn't he? 35% of the votes went to him. Paddy Dangerfield finishing second.
The best ruckman, Paddy Ryder, with 35% of the votes. Matthew Cruiser, the Carlton big man, finishing second in that category.
And the coach of the year, this was a pretty tight contest, wasn't it?
It was indeed.
Don Pyke, the best of the coaches, according to you at home, just pipping Damien Hardwick by 400 votes. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And Adelaide Crows have had a fantastic year. It's been a great story, and Don Pyke has managed to turn this team around.
As has Damien Hardwick, really, with the Tigers.
Yeah,
and
indeed.
Obviously that is a storyline which we are continuing to follow on AFL.com.au. Right, if we had a drum roll, this is where we play it.
Yes, drum roll, please.
We've got the next 5 categories, which we are revealing now, exclusively coming into us here at AFL.com.au. Do you want to go first?
Yep, Breakout Player of the Year. Now, this award goes to none other than Josh Kelly. He's had all the contract speculation this year, but that hasn't distracted him, Maddie. 23% of the votes makes him number 1, but it was a very tight contest. Only won this by 200 votes over Joe Danaher.
All right, now, the best standout performance of the year by a player in a single game. We're going back to round 17. Can you remember it? It was Patrick Dangerfield against Hawthorn. This was the moment that Cats fans' hearts kind of went into their mouths as he was carried from the field in the first quarter, definitely fearing the worst. Then he emerged after that short break down in the rooms, went to full forward and slotted 5 goals, and that was a monumental day for Cats fans.
A dagger in the heart of all Hawthorn fans as well.
You can speak to that, can't you?
I can. And Buddy Franklin really unlucky because he kicked 10 goals, obviously, last week in the last round against Carlton. An amazing performance, but voting had already closed, so Buddy just misses out there. But well done to Paddy Dangerfield.
Yeah, so 33% of the votes for Paddy. Dustin Martin against Carlton in round 1, 20% of the votes, and Michael Walters against St Kilda in round 15, 16% of the votes.
Now, match of the year.
Oh, this is
round 14. Sydney Swans v Essendon. Now, we remember the Swans, a zip and 6 start to the year, so this was really where they were on the charge. They weren't yet in the top 8, but this win really pole vaulted them into contention and was part of their comeback journey. And imagine if they had lost. They may not be sitting 6th on the ladder like they are today. So the Swans versus Essendon, round 14, 30% of the vote. Coming in second was Collingwood Adelaide, round 19, 23% of the vote. And third, Geelong Hawthorn, round 17. Yeah,
and Gary Rowan was the hero on that day. He features in our next category, which is the best moment of the year, but he didn't win. Paddy Ryder and Robbie Gray win for the best moment of the year. Now, who can forget this? It was the last, 19 seconds of the game against the Saints. 26% of fans saying this particular play was the moment of the year. Jared Roughhead's emotional return, 25% of the votes for him, and Gary Rowan coming in third with his mark on the siren against the Bombers, 18% of the vote. But that moment, Ryder to Gray, I think Saints fans are still shaking their heads out, and ultimately it probably cost them a final spot.
It did indeed, and of course even more ironic is that a lot of Port fans had already left Adelaide Oval at that point, and so they missed one of the best moments of the season. All right, Maddie, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Best personality, footy personality of the year.
Is this like the Gold Logie or the Academy Award for Best Picture?
Yeah, that's about the right equivalent.
Have you ever been to the Academy Awards?
No, I'd like to go.
I can see you on the red carpet of the Academy Awards.
Strutting my stuff. All right, a big drum roll for this one, and it was a very tight contest, but Eddie Betts from the Adelaide Crows has taken this one out with 39% of the vote. In second place, Dustin Martin with 32%, and third, Patrick Dangerfield. So Eddie Betts, footy personality of the year.
Well, congratulations, Eddie. You've been voted by the fans. A big win for you. isn't Dustin Martin interesting? Fans don't actually get to see much of him other than on the footy field. You don't get to see much of his personality other than on the footy field. He doesn't do many interviews. No, you spoke to him earlier in the year briefly, but he doesn't talk much. And then I think Patrick Dangerfield, I can see why he is right up there, because he is the complete opposite to Dusty in terms of sharing his story and his personality with the fans.
And he's such a great media performer as well. But I think Eddie Betts, the one for the fans at this point. He's got a pocket named after him at Adelaide Oval, so well-deserved indeed.
And clearly you guys love him at home. Thank you so much for watching. Keep clicking back to afl.com.au. We've got footy feed for you right through the finals and right through the trade period, which is going to be pretty interesting as well. We'll see you soon.